Hey, how's it going? So today we're gonna be discussing about the Chase of Sapphire preferred rental car insurance. Several people have been asking me, Maverick, what do you think about this? And is there anything that we should know, or one or two things that possibly Chase might not be telling us? So that is why this video is gonna be going ahead to talk about this. Now let's get straight to the video. Now there are a lot of points that I have here regarding this benefit offered by the Chase of Sapphire preferred, which is the rental car insurance. And I'm gonna be listing and explaining some points here. So possibly there are a lot of points that I have here, but by the time we're done, you'll be able to make the best decision regarding this. Now, the first point that I have here regarding this is that the coverage only applies to rental vehicle, not liability coverage. Okay, so when renting a car with the Chase preferred, it is very important that you know that the coverage provided is only applicable to damage of the rental vehicle itself. And this means that while your rental car may be protected in case of accidents or theft, you will need to secure additional coverage for liability purposes. Okay, another point that I have here is that some rental companies in Central America may require a letter proving collision damage insurance, so which Chase can provide. Okay, so if you're planning to rent a car in Central America, some rental companies may require proof of collision damage insurance. And fortunately, Chase can provide a letter verifying this coverage, so it can be helpful when you are renting in this region, in case you're from that region or you're renting in the Central America region. Okay, also another point that I have here is liability insurance is often necessary in adding to the Chase coverage, especially in Mexico. Okay, so however, it is essential to recognize that liability insurance is often necessary in addition to the coverage provided by the Chase Sapphire. So this is especially true when you are renting a car in Mexico, where liability coverage is crucial to ensure that you are adequately protected. Okay, also the US insurance typically doesn't cover rental cars in Mexico, so additional coverage is needed. Yeah, it is what that you need to know that so it is very important that you know that the US insurance policies they don't extend coverage, okay, to rental cars in Mexico. So as a result, it's important to ensure additional coverage either through the rental company or with your credit card, such as the Chase Sapphire preferred. Okay, and Mexican rentals by law already include liability coverage, but it's advisable to confirm this. So in case why the Mexican rentals are legally required to include liability coverage, it is very advisable to confirm this before relying solely on the rental insurance. And verifying the details of your coverage can help you to avoid any surprises in case of an accident. Okay, also Chase Sapphire offer primary rental car coverage, meaning you may not need additional insurance. So the coverage provided by the car may be sufficient, so you may not need to purchase additional insurance from the rental company. So this primary coverage can offer peace of mind during your travel. Okay, so in case you travel, this is a peace of mind for you. Also, it is recommended that you read the terms and condition of the Chase coverage in case of any limitations, so that you can understand the limitations that might follow. All right, so before you rely solely on Chase Sapphire coverage, it is crucial that you read the terms of the policy carefully, and understanding the limitations and exclusion of the Sapphire coverage can help you to make informed decisions, and it can also help you to avoid any surprises in case of an incident. Okay, and another point that I have here, which is the point 8, is that the Chase credit card often only covers collision damage and not liability. I think I talked about it earlier. Yeah, so you need to keep in mind that the credit card coverage, including that of Chase Sapphire, typically only covers collision damage of to rent a vehicle and not liability. So this means that you may need to secure separate liability insurance to protect yourself in case of a third party damage or injuries. Okay, and another point here is that in case you are in Mexico, rental companies are usually aggressive in selling full coverage, but liability insurance is necessary. So when renting a car in Mexico, rental companies are often aggressive in selling full coverage options. However, it is essential to prioritize liability insurance, as this coverage is necessary to ensure your adequate protection in case of an accident or injury involving other parties. Okay, also you might want to consider buying local insurance for peace of mind. So when renting a car, especially in a region like Mexico, then local insurance options can provide that added protection, and they can also offer, or they might also offer coverage that complements your Chase of benefit. Okay, so also it is very important, let me explain the difference between collision coverage and liability coverage, because it is crucial when navigating rental car insurance. So while the collision coverage protects the rental vehicle itself, then liability coverage is about damages and injuries to other parties involved in an accident. So you need to know the difference between that. Okay, collision coverage and liability coverage. So why this mostly is for the collision coverage, then the liability coverage is not included. Okay. So meaning in case you injure someone or maybe other parties are injured, then you might have to cover the aspect yourself. Okay. So another thing is that if at fault in an accident, this coverage may not cover damages to other party. I think I talked about that. So in an unfortunate event that maybe you are at fault in an accident, it's essential to recognize that the chase of our coverage may not cover damages to the other party. So in such cases, you may be responsible for the covering of those costs, okay, out of your pocket or through additional insurance. Okay. Also, state minimum liability coverage is often included in rental cars, but it may not be sufficient. Okay, so state minimum liability coverage is often included in rental cars, but it may not be sufficient to cover all the potential damages and liabilities. It's important to access your coverage needs and maybe try purchasing additional insurance for added protection. Okay. Several people have also asked me, Maverick, what about some premium car brands? And that is why I added it to, another point here, because premium car brands may not be covered by the Chase Sapphire rental car coverage. So maybe cars like Tesla, okay, they may not be covered. Okay, so before renting a luxury or premium vehicle, it's advisable to verify with Chase whether your rental will be covered under the Sapphire policy. Okay, so it is not every vehicle that you enjoy this privilege. Okay, also it is essential to verify coverage details with Chase and the rental agency before you rent. So before you finalize your rental agreement, it is very essential to verify coverage details with both Chase and the rental agency. And understanding the specifics of your insurance coverage can help ensure that you are adequately protected through your rental period. Okay, and also I've seen some user that says they opting for supplementary liability coverage from the rental company in addition to the coverage provided by Chase Sapphire. So this supplemental coverage can offer an extra layer of protection and peace of mind, especially when they are renting in region with strict liability requirements. Okay, so purchasing supplementary liability coverage from the rental company can provide added protection. Okay, so in case of accident involving third parties. Okay, so while Chase Sapphire offers primary coverage for collision damage, then supplementary liability coverage can help you to cover liabilities beyond the scope of the Sapphire policy. Okay, and also using Expedia to book a car rental should not affect this coverage, but it's advisable to confirm. Okay, so it's important that you know that using Expedia to book a car rental should not affect your Chase Sapphire preferred coverage. However, always make sure that you confirm with Chase directly to ensure that your renter will be covered under the Sapphire policy, regardless of how it was, booked. Okay. Also, it is important to utilize the primary coverage offered by Chase Sapphire Preferred. So it is necessary to decline the renter company's collision insurance because this ensures that the Sapphire coverage, remains in effect and provide comprehensive protection for your rental vehicle. Okay. And also try and familiarize yourself with the terms and conditions of the Chase Sapphire preferred coverage to ensure proper utilization. All right. So because understanding the details of your coverage can help you to make informed decision and avoid any potential pitfalls during your rental experience. Okay. So this is what I have for you. And thank you for, joining me in this comprehensive guide of using, the Chase Sapphire preferred for your rental insurance. And by incorporating all those key points into your rental planning, you can maximize your coverage and ensure, a stress-free travel experience, and also safe travels and enjoy a lot of safe travel. So I wish you the best, safe travel, and I hope to see you again in a more helpful and informative video. Peace and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.